Danny, how are you?
All right.
Good to see you. All right, so you did the Prolaris testing, and let me get to that. Okay, so they put it in a category between 1 and 6, and yours is about in the middle, 3.3 in terms of overall aggressiveness. They say it's not perfect for somebody who wants to just do nothing and just keep an eye on things, but let me put it in a different perspective. If you do absolutely nothing, you have about a 1 out of 20 chance of dying of cancer in 10 years. 1 out of 20. So 19 out of 20 chance you're not going to die of cancer. If you have a procedure, you can knock your chance down of spread of cancer down to about 3% in 10 years. So what are the options? One option is to do nothing and just keep an eye on your PSA. Definitely as people get older and older, like if you were 73 and diagnosed, we'd say, don't let them touch you, but you're a young man, you're 53. Erections, would you say they're poor, fair, or good?
I'm going to say like they're good.
They're good, okay. And so one option is do nothing, just take blood tests periodically and keep an eye on it. Again, overwhelming chance you're going to do fine, but it's possible that you could have a problem. Another option is radiation. Radiation cures the cancer about 85 to 90% of the time, but it can cause some burning or irritation to the prostate that will be with you potentially the rest of your life, but the radiation has gotten more and more focused to the point where it's more and more accurate. So there's a lot of people that have radiation and do real well with it. If you don't do well and the cancer comes back, it's very hard to do surgery after radiation. And surgery is another option. There are some people that do it using a robot. There are some people that do it using the standard old-fashioned way, which is making a little incision. I do it the standard way by making a little incision. I'm not a real big believer in the robot. I've done it both ways, but I don't feel the robot really adds very much. People do really well either way. The risks of surgery are pain, bleeding, infection, loss of urine, which could be short-term or long-term, loss of erection, short-term, long-term. But typically, if that happens, there's things we can do to fix your sex life or to fix your leakage problems, if that's a problem. And the other option is don't make any decisions today. Go home, think about it, talk to your family, and make some decisions a few weeks down the road, and we can talk about it then. So you tell me questions I can answer, and let's start there.
Okay.
Well, I got
Or
one.
maybe she might have a couple
Okay.
first.
Okay, are you gonna send him to do the bone scan to see if it's
Okay, that's not recommended. The reason is his PSA is 4.8. Bone scans, when you have a PSA as low as his and a prostate Gleason 7 as low as his is, bone scans are more often wrong than right. And if it's wrong, then you and I will start talking about doing biopsies of your bones, which will in all likelihood be normal. So the more tests we get that aren't indicated, the more we've got a chance of doing unnecessary procedures on you. So bone scans are typically not recommended at this level.
they do a biopsy when you do a bone scan?
If you have a lesion on a bone scan that says, it looks a little bit funny, we'll do a biopsy. An overwhelming chance of that biopsy is going to be normal. So bone scans are not recommended when the PSA is less than 10. In other words, of the millions of people that have come before him,
Okay.
they look at all the numbers and they see the people who had bone scans and CAT scans for PSAs between 4 and 10 are far more likely to have unnecessary subsequent testing than they are to benefit. In other words, the likelihood of there being anything positive on the bone scan is so low that the chance of there being something that isn't a real thing and needs to be followed with further unnecessary testing is greater.
Okay.
I do the surgery. What's my downtime, like as far as
Everybody's
work and stuff
different.
like that?
Everybody's different. I just did one about 2 weeks ago. The gentleman did really well. He went home the next day. Catheter stays in for about a week. You're going to be sore for a period of time. Some people are sore for 5 days. Some people are sore for 3 weeks. No heavy lifting for about 3 or 4 weeks after the surgery.
Okay. 3 weeks.
You tell me, I'm here every day, so you tell me when you want to come back.
3 weeks. I guess, yeah. I guess like I'm making a point for
Can-
3 or 4 weeks. Or...
Where did you have the surgeries done? What hospital?
Where do I do my surgery?
Yeah.
Winter Haven Hospital.
And what the hell? Have you done many of them?
I've done hundreds. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Can we get a second opinion?
You can
If
get
somebody-
second, third, fourth, you can get many opinions, absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll do that.
Patient wishes to think about his options and will follow up with me in the next few weeks, period.
Hey everybody, as you just heard from the doctor, we've got his biopsies back from Utah, and this goes by what his treatments should be. It gives him different options for different treatments. The Prolaris molecular score was a 3.3. So, with that being done, and with his age, and with the biopsy, it still comes out to be the 7 that we discussed before. So with that, so now they're showing us what his mortality rate would be if he decided to do absolutely nothing at all. All right. On here, it's showing that it's going to progress, goes from very low to very high within about 5.5 years. And even they're saying that even at 10 years, he has a chance of dying from cancer, which we already know that's not going to be an option. But with that being said, again, they have said we could take the prostate out. He could do radiation. He can even do chemo. With today's radiation, what they do is now it's called seeds. They put a little radiation, like a seed, in his prostate, and then eventually it's supposed to kill the prostate. But here's the drawback. If it doesn't kill it all, and he has to go through that again. With radiation, anytime you get radiation, it not only kills the bad cells in your body, but it can also damage the good cells. And it don't have to be in that one particular spot. It can go anywhere in the body. You got to realize this is going through your body. So, we have decided we are going to seek a second opinion. And let me stress to anybody out there that's, whether it's prostate cancer, if it's women with cervical cancer, breast cancer, anything like this, cancer in general, thyroid problems, and they want to do surgery, or they're talking radiation, they're talking chemotherapy. Let me just stress, you need to get a second opinion, whether it takes 2 weeks or a month. That month, you're going to sit there and you're going to think real hard, and you're going to do your own little research, and you're going to see what you think is best for you. We've done our research. We're going to get a second opinion. And I'm not saying that this doctor's wrong with what he's advising. All I'm saying is to put our mind at rest. We want a second opinion to see if another doctor says, yes, radiation, chemotherapy, or just having it taken out is going to be our best bet. We want to know what the side effects are right out of the gate. If we do surgery, what's going to be the side effects to that? If we do the chemo, what's going to be the side effect to that? If it's going to be radiation with the seeds being put in him, what's going to be the side effects of that? That's another thing people need to look at as a whole and long term. And you have to do what's best for your situation. What you feel is best for you. What you think your body can handle. And trust me when I tell you that anybody who is going through cancer, whether it's in the beginning stages, you're just finding out, or it's 3, 4, even 6 months down the road, your body gets tired more quickly. You get tired. You get fatigued, stressed, because you have all this stuff in your head going on. As much as you try to put it in the back of your mind, it's always in the front. As much as you want to always have the positive outlook on everything, you know there's always going to be a flip side, whether it's a good flip side or a bad flip side. So, with that being said, always get a second opinion. I don't care whether you're a man, a woman, I don't care if you're 20 and they tell you you have cancer or you have something majorly wrong that could initially you could die from. You need to seek a second opinion. It doesn't hurt to get a second opinion. With these scores that he received, we know we can't wait too long. Okay? Because it's a pretty aggressive type of cancer. For his genetic, for his nationality, for his age. So you have to take all of that into consideration. Now, if they would have come back and said, oh, within 10 years, you know, he'd only been at a 3.2, you know, we would have been, well, okay, we can fudge a little bit on this. But no. Anytime people are telling you that there's a chance of you dying, God, please take that seriously. Because you have loved ones that do care about you and don't want you passing away before your time. We have enough people that do that without cancer being involved in general. So, with his state, his numbers, like I said, his genetic, his makeup, his family history, we are going to seek a second opinion. And he will be going to see a doctor at Moffitt here in Florida, Moffitt Cancer Center. And we are going to get a second opinion. And as soon as we get the second opinion, we will be doing a video and letting everybody know. But as of right now, he's kind of weighing towards the surgery. But again, we are going to seek second opinion and see what that doctor recommends. And again, find out all the side effects, whether it's surgery, seeds, chemo. But I do know with chemo, you can only take that so many times. And then after that, if it comes back, you just have to wait out your time. Because there's no other treatment as of today to kill cancer. So, in my opinion, chemo for him is going to be our last resort. So we're going to see, everyone's been telling us about seeds, the radiation portion of it. So we're going to talk to the doctor about, again, the surgery and the seed radiation part of it and see what's going to be best for him in his situation. So until then, everybody, stay tuned and y'all be safe and take care. See ya.